All right. Morning, everyone. Today we're doing a really interesting upgrade on the car. Got this Verus Engineering front street splitter with the race upgrade kit. So this comes with extra brackets and strafes that you can put on to help increase the downforce capability. It's a really interesting material. It's almost like a fake table material. It's not quite particle board, but like this it feels like a table from IKEA pretty much. But apparently with the upgrades, it's supposed to hold up to 200 pounds of peak downforce. And on top of that, I've also got new headlight brackets for the front bumper so that I can hopefully kind of fix some of the sag that it has on the bumper seams there, and also to give this thing a fighting chance, because it does for the most part bolt to the front bumper. So you know, this is going to be pulling a lot on that, even with the structural supports. So I don't really want the bumper sag to get worse. Yeah, so I'm gonna go out there and take the bumper off soon. And while I'm in there, I'm also gonna check on the air filter for my cold air intake. And if it is dirty, I'm gonna run to Canadian Tire and I'm gonna try and find a K&N replacement equivalent, because the Perrin foam filter that's in there right now is kind of old, and when I put it in, it wasn't exactly in the best shape. Like, it was starting to kind of deteriorate around the seam, and I don't really have the patience to wait a whole day for it to dry out once I clean it. So it just makes more sense right now to put a brand new filter in there, and then I'll keep the Perrin one and either throw it out or clean it up and then save it for the next time I gotta go in there. That way I don't have to wait for the filter to dry out for a weekend. But yeah, let's go get that bumper off. Okay, so now I've got the car in the air. I'm gonna be taking off the bumper, so this whole thing up here has to come off. The side markers have to come off. These three clips for the fender liner on both sides. These clips underneath the bumper. Is that broken now too? I hope not. Bunch of bolts. This under tray is going to be removed, and the front splitter is going to be going there, so that'll be interesting. I hope it leaves me this jack point, because that's a really useful jack point if you want to avoid crushing your pinch welds. Okay, so as you can see, I have this side basically apart. Here's the side marker. Through this little hole here, you're going to see this clip marked A. Just be gentle with a flathead, kind of pry it away or pry it off gently, and then this will come out, and then you can unscrew that little peanut bulb socket, and then just put this somewhere where it's not going to be damaged. So don't be me and put it on the ground. And then to help, as you can see, with accessing each side, you can just turn the steering wheel, which is very easy when it's in the air, to one side or another, so the front of the tire is not impeding your access. So as you can see, lots of room to put my hands, and yeah, after I get this side off, I'll be going underneath. I already removed this top little trim piece here. It's just a few 10 mils and 2 big push pins. Yeah, and then after that I'll be trying to make a nice safe spot for this bumper to go while I'm working. Okay, so as you can see, front bumper is off. The lower rad tray also off. I did see one of my side marker clips on the ground here, but I think I just lost it again. Otherwise, lots of bees and other dead bugs fell out. This filter, I wouldn't say it's like super dirty, but it's not the cleanest either. I don't really know what to think about this. But yeah, otherwise, came off pretty easily. I'm still looking for that clip. Oh my gosh, I literally just saw it too. Right. So now, oh, here it is. Do not lose these clips. Very unfortunate if you do, because then you're gonna have your side markers fall out on the highway. So now I've got to refer to the instructions as to what to do next. Have my bumper up there just chilling for now. These are the brackets that I'm going to be replacing. So these two things here. Doesn't look like they're too difficult to get at. I just got to take these wiring clips off, and then it just looks like it's 10 mils and a couple of Phillips screws, and then we're in business. So let's do that. Okay, so I've got this side clip off. As you can see, there is a 10 mil right here, one up here, and then there's 2 here, and then once that's off with a little bit of a wiggle, and then you just got to get these 2 clips carefully out, and then this comes off, and then now the other clip I'm replacing is these little ones for the side, and I believe it's just this one Phillips head screw holding it in. So once that's out, it should just fall right into my hand. So I'm going to put that down there. And oh, hang on. Okay, so in there, I'm going to need both hands to do this, but it looks like there's a small little clip that needs to be undone that's holding this in at the back. So I'm going to do that now. All right, and just like that, all new clips. I did have to just end up using my fingers and a flathead to get that off because I don't have pliers that can fit behind there. But just for comparison, here's the old one. It's a little bit distorted just from, you know, hitting stuff and going off on the track. And this is the little side one. This is the little clip at the back. Just pops right back in, and then you put like a screw through here, I guess, to spread out that clip. It's not just a press tab release like the rear mount. But yeah, nice and all new. So hopefully that'll help out a little bit. Now I'm gonna get onto this side. This foam piece I'm going to be discarding because I'm going to have to drill holes. Or, well, actually I might not have to get rid of the foam because I'm gonna have to drill holes in these supports here. But they tell you not to drill here because that's where your seam welds are, or your spot welds are for your front bumper support. And if you take those out, you're not gonna have a nice time. So, yeah. Actually, let's grab this foam because I am curious. I don't think it should impede anything, but it might. I don't know. I'll have to read the instructions, see what they want you to do with this thing. It does look like it might get in the way depending on where I drill the holes. So right now I'm in the process of drilling out the holes for these underbody splitter vanes, and they're pretty much just going to sit like that all along the bottom of the splitter. And what these are supposed to do is they're supposed to help create a Venturi effect underneath the front bumper by accelerating air through these channels and helping to vacuum the car towards the ground. So I'm countersinking these holes with a 1/8 bit, and then I'll have to double check, but I think they want you to size up to a 1/4 bit afterwards. That way you can fit the hardware through these vanes. Okay, so got all the holes drilled for the vanes. Now with the snap of my fingers, I'm going to make these vanes up here. And there we go. Looking good. Looking speedy. I gotta go out and actually, no, I think I got more holes to drill for the support rods, but I think I need to put some stuff on the car before I can do that. Okay, so we're back outside. Now it's time to install the rivets on the bumper. So I've got it on some cardboard here. Flip this over politely. So I've got to double check the install guide, but I think pretty much all of these holes for where the big plastic clips used to go are going to get riv nuts like that, and I'm going to be putting washers on the back so they aren't accidentally pulled through the bumper and have a little bit more widespread of support for the splitter. Okay, so that is what it looks like when it's in, nice and smushed, not going anywhere. So now I've got, how many of these do I have? Nine more. I don't know why I have so many. I'll have to look into that, but pretty much all these holes are getting riv nuts installed by the looks of it. So yeah. Oh no, I know where I know where the rest of them are going. They're going underneath, I think. Yeah. Yeah, because you see there's 4 on each side and then 1 underneath on the bumper supports. So I think they go in there on each side. So the last 2, they go up in here and fasten to the air guide for the radiator here. So these last 2 are going to go in here. These ones don't need washers behind them because this is a structural piece of plastic. So I'm going to put those in, and then the bumper's going to go back on. Okay, so all the hardware is on for the rivets. Now what I've got to do for the support rods is I've got to make some holes so I can mount these brackets. And you're supposed to use these 4 raised sections of the bumper crash bar. So anywhere that there isn't paint, from my crash bar at least, is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be holding these up to the bumper for reference, and then I'm going to be using a wood holder as my center punch, and then I'm going to be drilling and painting holes, and then I'm going to try and get the grill out of the front bumper so I can put that on, and then that way I can test fit the rods and make sure that they go through the grill slats, and so I don't have to cut my nice mint grill. So I'm going to need both hands for that, unfortunately, so I'll cut away, and hopefully when we come back we'll have 4 holes on each side ready for these brackets to go in. Okay, so it's been a few hours now. I drilled the holes in the wrong spot, so I ended up having to make slots behind here that I didn't show on camera because it was just gonna be such a pain in the butt. So this is what it looks like after I finished getting these brackets in place. So now I can stick these ends in like that on both sides, and I'm just gonna finish fiddling around with the grill here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so it's the next day. Splitter's on with all the hardware under here. Looking good. I did have to go to the store and get some more washers. So now we're going to be drilling the holes for the bracket for the support rods. Okay, so what I've done here is based off where the slots are in relation to where the splitter rod hole is going to be. I've measured it evenly with tape marks, and then so that it doesn't move while I'm drilling, I have it held with tape under here, and so I'm going to be drilling right there and right there on the slot underneath with a 1/4 inch bit. Okay, so I still got to tighten these up, but otherwise this is the finalized assembly. And so the last thing to do now is to put the car on the ground, and then I'm going to be using this level and the adjustment rods here to try and bring the splitter down level with the lower plane of the car here. But yeah, otherwise this is what it looks like, guys. So I hope you enjoyed watching me do this. I know I really struggled with it, but I'm glad that it's on now, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, so this is a little while after I did the front splitter and rear wing install, but this is also going to be included in that video because aerodynamics and such, or maybe not, maybe I'll make this a separate one. But today I've got the special edition slash overseas market aerodynamic under panels that I'm going to be putting on my North American model, which, as you can see, does not have said panels, only the small North American style one on the driver's side here, which has seen better days. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be walking you guys through it. I got these off of a totaled 2017 BRZ that had them. I got all this and a new transmission cover for $100, which I think is pretty good considering that these aren't cheap brand new, and neither is a transmission cover. Okay, so I've got the passenger side panel on underneath, well, not on, but like laying here, just so you can see where this is going to go. There are little plugs that exist for every hole that a bolt or a clip is going to go into. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to pop all of these out, and then I think I'm just going to spray a little bit of Rust-Oleum paint under here. That way it doesn't rust, because I'm pretty sure they didn't get paint underneath these from the factory. Like, these plugs went in before they paint the car and undercoat it and such. So we're gonna stick some paint under there so it doesn't corrode. Okay, so I've got paint on these holes that I popped the push pins out of. Now you will have to take out this clip along with a few bolts from the back of your transmission cover, because these three inner holes and this one outer hole at the front are shared with those bits of hardware. Otherwise, these ones in the middle, and I think these ones on the inside here, I couldn't find any plugs for, so I think the holes are already there, and that might be where screws go in, but I'll keep you updated if that changes. Okay, so this is what it looks like underneath now with the passenger side panel installed. I didn't realize until just now, unfortunately, none of these clips were included with the hardware bag that I was given when I bought these. So I will have to go to Canadian Tire and get some tiny clips, which, for reference, I'm going to just assume that they are the same, if not the exact same, as this clip here that holds the front fender liner in. But yeah, looks good. These three screws here, this is a screw, and this one at the back is also a screw. Other than that, that's a clip, I'm pretty sure. All these inner ones are clips, and all these outer ones that we painted are also clips. So majority plastic clips holding this in, along with a little bit of actual hardware. So onto the driver's side now, where I'll be able to show you a direct comparison in size from the USDM panel versus the JDM panel. Okay, so as you guys can see, there's a pretty dramatic difference between the USDM and the JDM under tray. Yeah, wow, so look at all this real estate that isn't covered compared to the Japanese plate from the factory. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. Wow. Okay, moving on to the back paneling. It's gonna go on like this. Now there is one hole here that you're gonna have to pick this rubber plug out of. It's only on the left hand side, so that's the driver's side, because on the passenger side it has a tray already for the gas tank that utilizes this hole along with this hole on the subframe connector for the rear suspension. So you don't have to worry about it on the passenger side, but on the driver's side this hole does need to be uncovered so a big clip can go in there. Otherwise, I think it's just very similar to the factory shield on that side, where it's just push clips and some screws in certain areas. Yeah. So I'll cut back when I have one side on and show you guys that. Okay, so onto the passenger side here. I'm also missing more hardware apparently. There's 12mm nuts that I don't have that go on studs on the gas tank brackets. So that's nice to know that I don't have those either. But I wanted to show you a comparison. So this is the factory North American model gas tank cover. This is the Japanese gas tank cover. We don't even get one of these on the driver's side. Like that. That's phenomenal. What a difference. Man, okay. So this is where the nut's gonna go. There's a clip that goes here, clip that goes here, and then if I had another one, there would be another nut that goes on here that I don't have. So I'm gonna put this on to the best of my abilities, but not having those nuts really sets me back, because it's only these two clips holding it in, so there's nothing holding this side of the cover on at the moment. Okay, so this is all secured to the best of my ability right now. I think on Monday I'll try and find... I did end up finding a few clips from when I took the lower radiator shield off to put my front splitter on. So this is a lot more secure than it was previously. But yeah, I haven't had any real-world tests with this yet to report fuel economy or speed stability, but I'm hoping to do that in the coming months, at least for fuel economy, and hopefully next year I'll be able to report better on high-speed stability, because apparently these do make a significant difference on the 2017 and up models. But initial impressions, it's looking pretty flat, boys and girls. Alright, stay tuned for more. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.